HD Gordon here, live at the Booking Hour headquarters with Erica Phoenix. Thank you all for joining us on our fifth broadcast here at Friday Book Bites, where we bring you the publishing industry's best kept secrets.
That's right. So in this evening's show, we'll be talking about the table flipping subject of writer's block. We'll get into all the stuff that we hate because we all get it. And now we're going to give you some helpful tips on how to overcome.
Right, so everyone gets different kinds of writer's block. No two writer's blocks are ever the same, and it may sound odd because writer's block is writer's block, and they all suck equally hard. But there are tons of reasons why your brain is refusing to put words on paper.
Yes. So there is no magical cure for writer's block, or authors would be buying that stuff in bulk. But there are a few things you can ask yourself, like why? Why isn't word magic happening? What's stopping you? And obviously, authors are like the worst self-doubters. We hate everything we write, even if someone tells us it's amazing. Something in your plot isn't working and your subconscious knows it, but you can't put your finger on it, so all you can think about is how awful your book is. Or you're on a deadline and you procrastinate yourself into a corner, so now you're flipping out that you won't make it and you're going to let a lot of people down. But the majority of the time, it's just stress.
Yes, and there might not be a cure, but there are remedies, steps you can take to shake free from the shackles. Get up out of your chair and move around the house. Something as simple as blood circulation can make all the difference, not to mention a change of scenery or like smells. If you're in one place too long, the smells, the thing around you, the clutter, it can all really mess with your head. So change your scenery. If you have to, take your laptop to a cafe. It's summer now, go to the park. It's not just about the change of location that might help. Being around people, listening to conversations, eavesdropping politely, sometimes that's all it can take to shake something loose.
Yeah. So I'm about to show you my severe OCD right now. But cleaning, I don't mean like the whole house, but sometimes that helps too. For me, cleaning my office makes a huge difference. Decluttering my desk is a big thing. I find I can't work if everything isn't in its right place, and there's the OCD kicking in. Even a pen out of place and my entire focus is unraveled. It's insane. It's a nightmare. Anything that helps me, washing the dishes is a huge help. Just cleaning the house in general. Sometimes it can be something as easy as that one spoon in the sink that will just throw my crazy into like this tailspin. Well, at least, for me. I don't know about everybody else.
I'm definitely a cleaner too when I get stuck, but also listening to music. The right song could be all the inspiration you need to push that one scene forward. Try find something that fits what you're writing. If it's a sweet moment, like you're writing something contemporary, listen to something soft and romantic and play it lowly in a quiet room. If you're writing an action scene, find an action movie soundtrack and play it loud so it hums through you.
Another one is to make lists. It doesn't have to be about your story necessarily, but if it helps, go for it. I find that writing things down, no matter how random, can sometimes help my ADHD. Can you believe that? I have OCD and ADHD. I'm in like a basket case. The problem out, because it's not really about reminding yourself that you need milk. It's about writing something down, even as trivial.
Yes, and having patience is another thing. Just calm down. Not writing 5,000 words in an hour isn't the end of the world. Just take your time. Write at your own pace. Nothing makes things worse than when you're rushing yourself and adding like unnecessary stress. That's the kind of thing that fuels you. Unless that's the kind of thing that fuels you. In which case, go for it. Whatever works best is good.
Pinterest. I am a Pinterest addict. I don't know if anybody else, but I love Pinterest in all manners. It's both inspiring and it's completely frightening how much time it guzzles. I get to pretend to be a billionaire and the world is mine for the pinning. Aha. But the less dramatic effect of it all is I get to arrange my story by images. Authors are obviously visual creatures. We like seeing pretty things in order. Pinterest helps you do that, but it's also a really great place to find new ideas, fresh inspiration, and just give your brain some time to relax. But a word of warning, like I said, it's an enormous time guzzler. As fun as it is, you need to manage your time there.
Yes. Another method may be just to put it away. I can hear you guys gasping from all the way over here, but yes, put the file away. Close your Word doc, set the story aside, and forget about your deadline, about the scene, those characters, and open a different story. Sometimes working on something else can help loosen the knot and help you focus on what the problem was with the original file.
Exactly. Someone once told me that jogging helps with writer block. I laughed hysterically because I don't run unless zombies are involved. And even then, I'd have to really consider the situation. But I did take that advice to heart and I started biking. Take that, zombies, right? And as HD pointed out, blood circulation really makes a huge difference in things, not to mention the blur of scenery, the fresh air. So go for a walk, go for a run if you have to, go for a bike ride.
I agree. I think that exercise is a huge part in maintaining not just your writing, but mental stability anyway. And that kind of ties in with our next one, too, which is eating properly. Authors hate getting out of our chair. We're really lazy people, considering that we build entire worlds. So when you guzzle down whatever is handy, though, which is like mostly chocolates and junk and lots of coffee, that's just putting crap into your tank. Grab an apple, eat a full meal at least once throughout the day. Make sure it's something that'll really fuel you and keep you going. And drink lots of water. Stay away from sugar because that is the fastest way to crash and burn when like the rush dies.
Exactly. And if all else fails, go back and read what you've already written. I find this helps so much. Sometimes putting yourself in your character's shoes all over again from the beginning and like going through the journey, it can remind you where you wanted to go in the first place. Other times it might bring out a new direction you never thought you could take. But be warned, this can also sometimes lead to entire rewrites. So just be really careful about how you do that.
That's right. So finally, we're going to leave you with a quote by Erica Jong. All writing problems are psychological problems. Blocks usually stem from the fear of being judged. If you imagine the world is listening, you'll never write a line. That's why privacy is so important. You should write first drafts as if they will never be shown to anyone.
Yes, so that concludes our show for this evening. We hope we were helpful in shaking some of those dreaded blocks out of you.
And if you have any questions, concerns, or suggestions, we'd love to hear them. So drop them in the comment below, and we may cover them in our next segment.
Which will be Friday, June the 24th. Also, please remember that everything we share is our own personal thoughts and feelings. No two tricks were invented for the same person. And as we always mention, this business is always trial and error.
That's right. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you June 24th at 5 p.m. as we talk about behaving professionally as an author. We're going to call this one Save the Drama for Your Mama.
Right. See you guys later. Bye.